it's good to allude to the fact that we have seen presidential debates in this country. In equal measure, it is important to appreciate that world over, communication, and particularly from a dissemination of information, and like what we do have from the data coming out, is a critical role of media all over. But having a media playing the role of IEBC may be difficult. But media, courtesy of the key responsibility of disseminating the information that is coming, is important to itself in terms of serving that particular role, not the role of IEBC. But then we cannot, in all ways, divorce what would be termed as the relevant partnership between media and IEBC. Because that's why IEBC every now and then is supposed to be doing briefs, but not as brief as the brief that we saw today of 45 seconds. So in my view, then media is independent of IEBC. So it could have come up with a best practice of saying, let's set one central command, what we call a joint information center. A joint information center then collects all that information. But basically here, we would pick what IEBC is bringing on board. And we can also pick other informations, collate them accordingly, particularly to manage what would be termed as narratives that are detrimental to what would be termed as sanity, accuracy, among other required characteristics of truthful information. So if then it would do so, what are we talking about? As you had alluded, and as we had alluded to ourselves earlier, that could be cost effective, not just for the case of IEBC, but for other events, processes, programs that could come to this nation much later. It means if we have got, for example, an event like regional or continental sports, it might be very easy to run some of these things from such kind of item. We might be having an incident like drought. There are times it becomes easier to have collaborated data, information, intel from such kind of a joint information center. When that is done, it's a good practice because you co-learn, you co-create as media, and you move from the cocoons of competition and deliver more strongly. And not to mention that then there are other efficiencies which must then come on board. Efficiencies of learning together, sharing skills, sharing equipment, knowledge, even subcultures. That in the ultimate, in my view, would be great, and it would mean it's not just for IEBC. And also